You already know it is that time of the week. Rent a Girlfriend chapter 348 review discussion thingamajigger. And let's, you know what? Let's get right into this because this chapter is, it's whatever, right? So, Ruka picks up the keys, right? She's like, huh, what's this key for? Kazuya turns around all shocked, like, oh my god, I can't believe she just found that. Did I drop it? It looks like a house key, right? This isn't for your parents. It's like, oh yeah, yeah, my new place, yeah. I was just holding onto the key early, Can't stay at my parents' place forever, It's Chizuru's parents' keys. I mean, it's true that I'm moving next week. Stop sweating, settle down. And it's like, oh, it's super important then. So she puts it back in his pocket. Yeah, be careful not to lose it. He's like, huh. And he's like, let's go find, let's go find a keychain to put on it. And he's like, huh? But I already have one. And she's like, well, that one's no good. You can't have a fish for everything. And then he's like, and she says, besides, it means that you'll always carry with you. She's like, besides, it's something that you always carry with you. I want you to use something that I bought you, please. And he's like, well, should have expected something like this. And then he, he folds and says, let's go. Issues all across the board here. Lots and lots of issues with Kazuya and Ruka. We discussed them last episode. And Ruka goes and chooses a keychain with a ribbon on it. And he's like, but why a ribbon? And Ruka points to the ribbon that she has on her head because she wears a ribbon. She smiles at him all cutely. And he's like, well, this is the least I could do. Yeah, the least you could do is tell her, hey, I don't want this. I'm trying to get with bad bitch Chizuru. I ain't trying to get with you. Kazuya, I guess. And of course, there's onlookers and commenters being like, oh my goodness, she's got to be an idol. Check her out. Ooh la la. And Kazuya's like, she's an angel at heart. He wishes he could spend days like this with Chizuru instead. Although he's causing her Mizuhara because it's fucking Kazuya. And he's like, I know I should break up with her. At least the key didn't become a problem today. I was able to keep everything a secret. And she's like, well, I guess you don't need the fish no more. And Ruka takes off the fish. And he's like, woo! Oh, hell no. You can't get rid of that shit. That shit's important. And it's like, I mean, Chizuru did give it to me. It's the... Or at least I think it was for me. And it's super important. And he's like, you're acting kind of weird. Are you still hiding something from me? And he's like, oh, fuck. She's getting suspicious again. So he's like, just give it back. And she's like, geez, you're weird. He's like, thank goodness. And then he drops the fucking, some little kid bumps into him and he drops it. And he's like, oh no. And he rushes forward and he like, there's a person in front of him, but he doesn't really give a fuck. He's just going to go under the shelf. No. And he sprawls forward. He's got it. He's like, yes, I got it. And then he tumbles face down, knocking the person over, which happened to be Ruka. She falls, and she's got her legs up. Kazuya looks up straight into a panty shot. And like, dude, we are 348 chapters in. 348 chapters. I don't even know this. This is in a manga and shit that like really does the panty shots, right? Kazuya accidentally tipped over and scroped Ruka's breasts initially, right? But like that's about as far as we go. All right, this isn't like High School DxD or one of those other ecchi harems. This is just a rom-com. This ain't no ecchi. We don't need to be panty shot in here, right? And we have not one, not two, there's technically 3 shots of Ruka's panties. 2 up-close ones. And he's like, this is, and she blushes, he blushes, she goes, ah! She, like, pushes his head down into her thighs. I don't really know. She goes, are you okay, miss? And she goes, I'm sorry, I tripped. And he's like, what the fuck just happened? And she's all blushing. It's like, that couldn't have gone worse. And then later that night, she calls him, and she's like, are you using that keychain? And he's like, yeah. And he's not using the keychain, and the chapter ends. Lots of issues with this chapter. We went over most of them with the last week with the Ruka and shit. And then, of course, the other big issue, the glaring issues with the panty shots, dude. We're not here for filler and for mushy bullshit. Okay? We're 350 goddamn chapters in. We don't need that. We need more substance. We don't need to be taking a bite into a fucking fully loaded cheeseburger and the only thing we're eating is bread. It's like you pick up the burger, right? You get a burger, right? And the burger has, lettuce, tomato, ketchup, burger, the buns, and anything else you throw on the fucking burger, whatever you like, cheese, right? And then, like, you bite into it, and all you get is bun. And you're like, what the fuck? Girlfriend. And that's been Rent a Girlfriend for the last... It's tough being a Rent a Girlfriend fan. Like, I can't defend it no more. Anyways, that's all I've got. My name is Lobica1. I hope you enjoy Like, comment, subscribe. I like to do more live streams and such that I just don't get around into. And I do want to do something else, but I haven't really figured out how that I want to do it. I'm in the experimental phase. It's probably not going to work out, and it'll probably just, it'll go underneath the, into the trash with all your video ideas that I've had throughout the last 3 years of doing this. But that's all I've got. My was a good one. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe for more Rent a Girlfriend and random shenanigans I do on this channel. Peace.